trolling DK, but also trolling us.
That was mean. Okay, the Olaf I'm okay with, but the Riven was so out there that you're like, it could happen.
He could have done it. I mean,
yeah, I was waiting for it. Drop that we have for T1, exceedingly strong when it comes to individual picks. If you are able to deny vision with Lux Bindings, Caitlyn Traps, Leblanc, Viego, you will never be able to walk up. But if Dplus is able to utilize the poke and range and disengage that they have, even Kana, right? We see a lot of aggressive Cassandra plays, but as we saw in the previous game, also can be a very good disengager. Make sure that whichever high-value target tries to get onto your backline, you can get rid of. Dplus will have an incredible amount of late game. I'm just worried because of how the previous game played out.
Here we go. Game 2. DK, they would really love to take out one of T1. Or, of course, Genji, that they will be playing on Saturday. But it's really not easy. KT have an extremely easy strength of schedule at the end of the season. DK have the hardest.
Even if you can't win the series, would be huge. A couple of rune choices here. We do actually see Showmaker go for the Eri. We have seen mostly First Strike or Unsealed Spellbook, so opting a lot more lane dominant here. And I do think that the Talia's success has mostly hinged on how aggressive have you been able to get with it. As the first few levels of Ezreal and Karma is actually like the first 3 are really strong.
Yeah.
Not allow them to just play their game, and this is looking like a perfect example of that.
Yeah, the poke already coming in as Guma is quite low, but there goes Deft into it. The Q is going to land on a carry as he has to flash, but he is dead. First blood given over to Kellen with the Ignite.
And Owner on the top half of the map. Doesn't look like he'll be able to go for a counterplay. Besides that, Grom was a little scared when the Canyon Q didn't hit on top of Gumyushi, but was still enough damage available to take. Carrier down kill does go over.
Walk away, doesn't know where Canyon is. As Chains coming on in, Faker once again proving that he is the best LeBlanc. I mean, from that trade, you know, not going to see too much, but we'll see more in the future. As Owner now pressuring, here comes Faker down to the bottom side. Going to use this pressure to finally take out this ward.
And we might have a skirmish on our hands here.
Oh, there's the binding. They catch Canyon as in on the wall comes Showmaker. Too little, too late. As Faker is there, in goes the Q from Owner, who has stolen the Lee Sin. Very happy to steal that. As now he's Ezreal and is looking to poke them down underneath this turret. Faker here as well. And already T1 off to a roaring start. As okay, we are going to have a back from one of the guys. It looks like Showmaker was there, but Kellen is not long for this world, although kind of burning down. But Faker just with the flash and the chains, as at least Kellen trades one back, but another kill onto LeBlanc is not what you want to see if you're DK.
Yeah, that kill on Carrier salvages it a little bit, because without that it would have been just a straight-up disaster. It's still really bad, but at the very least, Dplus is able to stay somewhat even in gold. Also nicely done from Canyon, immediately going for the follow-up. But we saw there is a really crucial mistake from Dplus. Because of the roam and the ultimate of Talia, they feel safe. But that does mean that Canyon can't die right from the get-go here. Carrier, that starts with the setup, right? Hits the binding, and then this is what we're talking about, that single target pick. Then Owner still gets Lee, which that's not fair. You can't give him, you can't both have Viego and Lee, Valdez. That's not okay.
Yeah, especially against Owner. That feels unfair. I would have to agree with you. I'm curious how Carrier dies. I guess he just gets Power Adder. Takes a couple
very
of shots.
Straightforward, yeah. Any CS lead, a little bit less. You know, Kana will be able to be maybe like 10 CS behind, so that's an improvement. But Zeus is just going to keep farming plates and build a lead for himself. Here is Faker.
Uh-oh, he is going to get caught, and he tries to dash over the rocks. That's not going to work. Owner, though, is so strong right now as he's just going to auto him down. Able to steal that one here as goes for the Heartbreaker now onto Canyon, continuing. And now, even with Kellen here, okay, he actually is going to flash, as I guess he's not sure about where Deft is, but man, this Viego is pretty strong.
Well, particularly in these longer skirmishes where you get to stack Conqueror and the continuous healing from Divine Sunderer is insane, right? Really good use there from Owner. to salvage a situation that was actually really nicely set up by Dplus. Faker caught off guard. The first trap from Showmaker and Canyon didn't quite work out. This one does, but with Canyon still not being able to make his way towards the Dragon, that is a big win here. If T1 can equalize Drakes, start their Soul Snowball, is something that also is going to make it a lot harder for Dplus. Might force them into an awkward position down the line.
This is actually on Vision, as that controller wasn't denying this. We got a Cloud Soul. Not the first time we've all seen that one. Canyon waiting. Tons of damage on Naguma still. And now on Acaria, the two of them are just extremely low, but the power of the duo from Faker and Owner is just a bit too much, as second chains on a Canyon. But here comes Showmaker, and now Owner is on the run. Doesn't have flash. He's looking to go down, as down he will. Canyon will take him out. Acaria on his way out here. Faker just trying to get the kill at the Canyon, and he will, but he gives a kill over to Deft. And DK are able to handle this one.
That is big. This might be one of the fights that ends up putting DK in a much better mid-game position, because gold goes over to Deft, and the shutdowns that were on T1 are picked up here. This is one of the most fun bot lanes that I've seen in a while. So we're going to go back to this. Owner and Faker are the ones looking, and then in this small window, does get caught off guard. Talia, of course, still quite strong into the Leblanc, and then Owner showing that he's very fed, and ends up being completely fine here. Doesn't find the shove, and otherwise might have been able to get the kill. And this looks okay, but look at Karya and Guma, and this is really all Deft and Kellen in my opinion. They are so low and they can't join this play. Owner and Faker are just a little bit too far forward, and Showmaker arrives at exactly the right time. And because Guma and Karya are already as low as they were because of the super aggressive trading from Deft and Kellen, they can't join. And gonna get a second charge here as well. Look at the control they have on the top half of the map.
Yeah, nobody
they don't
can
care about
that.
this Dragon.
As meanwhile, if that Q landed, Deft might have been in some trouble. The poke, pretty insane, and yeah,
look, yeah,
guys.
Well, what can they do? Like they've already diverted all their resources, unless they're willing to invest a TP for Showmakers.
All right, Gumi, you're gonna have to flash this. Uh-oh, the knockup comes in, and down he goes. Which is why DK are so dangerous with this Talia pick.
And that is a little bit of a mistake that actually equals here. You don't want to overstep and run the risk of making the same mistake that T1 did earlier in this game. That's going to keep the gold total very even, as Showmaker might be caught off guard here.
Oh boy. Well, 2v1, we do have a teleport for Kana, as nope, he's going to be, oh, what? Okay. Heartbreaker comes in, Showmaker still on the run, and yeah, the stun is going to land, and you can throw as many rocks as you want. The knockup's going to be nice, but the extra movement speed, he is just gone. And Showmaker, don't think he needed more kills, but sure, going to pick up, or Owner rather, he is going to pick up his 4th kill.
As double TP here.
All right, really trying to make this a thing. Onto this turret, straight onto a trap. The poke damage is massive.
Guma doesn't really care anymore. We've seen the BT and the overheal combo be very strong, as this is the individual pick they're looking for.
Kana going forward, though. He is going to take a massive amount of damage. Even Kana at this point is not tanky enough. As now, very low health bars. The chase is on.
Going in.
T1 are hunting their prey. Baker looking for more damage. Flash over the wall. Karya immediately dies. And as Owner is going to follow suit, they go a little bit too far, and the prey strikes back.
Oh, big moment there. T1 oversteps Zeus.
Hey, that's going to be rocks on the ground here. Zeus in a bit of trouble. He is not going to elect a flash to make the play. Stunned up for most of it.
The rest of Dplus at the ready, but they don't want to give this up. T1 is not going to let it go.
Yeah, here we go again.
Unrelenting.
Here comes Showmaker as well. He's got his own little global. Has lots of damage, but it's going to reset.
Surely you let it go now.
On DK, the damage coming in onto Kellen. Down he goes. That's the end of Karma. Deft is all alone. As Kana trying to escort him out, but the flash on in as Zeus again is not messing around. Meganar here as well, as down will go Canyon. One by one, the dominoes fall.
What do? You can't take an objective. Even after T1 make a big mistake, overstep, lose 2 members.
Baron.
On the exit, Dplus get poked down, and then they're like, we need to get something out of this. We want to try and get the Drake. Just lose your entire health bar. And then Zeus hasn't really made his mark on the series just yet. Has been clean, sure, but has just kind of been there. Well, after that sequence of plays,
I think the last 3 or so minutes have been all about Zeus, actually.
Now they have been. It's the combination of Zeus and Faker, right? Owner and Carrier go in aggressively here, and this is where they could have just taken a dragon, but T1 want more. So we have Carrier going over the wall here, does find depth, but then crucially, Kana actually makes sure that Owner can't get the execute on depth. So Owner can't start a series of resets. And then here, the level of aggression shown by Zeus and Faker is just...
It's like, how dare you attack me? Faker's right there, as you mentioned. And it's a really broken up fight. I think this will almost always favor T1 in this scenario. In the future, it could favor DK with their Ezreal, but at the moment, and that they will.
Oh, if you get Solar's Canyon, is that enough?
Look at the damage! Like, this is an R, okay? Can't even believe it, as they are going to trigger the Mega Gnar, as down will go the Cloud Drake, as Showmaker is just in there, in the pit against Owner. He will have to flash out of it eventually, as T1 are like, I don't know if you guys really want to fight us right now. And DK also has some inherent CC, as T1 say, this is our Baron, thank you very much. And Faker's going to find an enemy jungle, as Canyon is now dead. Faker will collect the kill. And that's the Baron.
Yeah, this is a LeBlanc's playground. The enemy doesn't have vision, is forced to continuously face check into you. You're fed, there's no MR. The only non-squishy person is Kana. You're like, well, what do I care about? 2-0 here, Valdez.
Yeah.
Between team number 1 and number 2.
I hope Spring Finals has more to offer than this series. That's all I'll say. As the rocks are on the ground, Cassante goes all out. Kana just giving it one last go. As down will fall the inhibitors. Guma now just trying to style, as you do. Down go 2 inhibitors, and T1 will take the same play and just back away. They do have some low health bars. Particularly Zeus was getting low, as now he has finished his 4th item, Hysterics. Just pretty much full damage bruiser in this game. The last tower here will fall at the inhibitor. Faker always looking for the angles. They have the trap set, so they can't really be engaged upon.
3 inhibitors, that's lights out. Turret falls, just to the pressure of Zeus.
It's 1 by 1. The dominoes fall once again, as Zeus is almost on the fountain. I mean, he will not be denied, he says. That's okay, lots of damage into the GA Viego, as he won't even die. He's just healing up with the Divine Thunder, and finally, no, they're not even going to get him. Down go all the champions here on the side of DK, as T1 will smash them tonight like a Mega Gnar in a swift 2-0.
Even Faker with a cheeky grin there. That doesn't happen often, but how else are you going to feel when one of your direct competitors, one of the teams that's supposed to stand up to you, gets mowed down in a fashion like this? Yeah. You got a chuckle at Kana and Carrier there.